Look at that, that's a transmission. Hose is coming out of rubber. Look at that, you can't open a goddamn barn door. He couldn't open the barn, I can't open the diff. L-I-V-I-N, you gotta keep living, you feel me? Let's go. Blow my bag out.
Ooh, minty.
If anybody want to hire me to remove some sticky stuff, then let me know. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay. So we got the American Hydromax kit installed on my 4-speed. Got everything set in here, clearance-wise. We got the hoses running out of this brand new rubber grommet right here. And everything is set up right here as it's supposed to. Now, next thing, what comes after the transmission? That's a drive shaft, true that, but what comes after that? That's a rear end. So we got an 8 3/4 Mopar rear end over here with supposedly a limited slips that is sure grip in it. We got some brake problems and some homemade axle flanges things going on. It's a drag car, somebody has been messing with it, so we're gonna jump into it, take a look, empty it out, get some new fluids in there, and see what condition everything is in. You dig? Life's a garden, L-I-V-I-N. You gotta keep living, you feel me? Let's go.
Alright guys, listen up. My boy Victor's having issues.
He couldn't open the barn, I can't open the diff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still over here. We had a technical difficulty. We're gonna just turn you over here, right yonder. There you go. And I'm gonna crack open the old diff. No! So we just got the diff out, and the oil actually looks pretty decent. Can you all tilt your head back? This is hell of annoying. So last time you guys saw anything with the differential there, we were taking it apart, figuring out if it had a sure grip in it, and also just what condition it's in. It's in great condition, man. It's real nice. So now everything is stripped down, third member's out, the whole axle is grind down. Man, that took time to get it perfect for paint. Then I still gotta grind down, I guess, the backing plates, probably the drums, and the third member itself, I guess. So right now I'm gonna brake clean the whole axle, probably also the inside of the axle, clean it out as much as I can. Now that it's all apart, shoot some paint, I guess. I think what I'm gonna do with the third member is put the third member in the car. I actually think I'm gonna take the whole axle, like empty axle, put it in the leaf springs, hang the leaf springs of course, put the empty axle into the leaf springs, hang it there as a workbench or whatever you want to call it, and then you can put on or slide in the axle, slide in the third member, put on the backing plates, all the drum brake parts, and then of course last but not least the drums. That's probably easiest because this rear end is so damn heavy and stuff, so it's just easier to take the empty axle, slide it in from the side of the car, and be done with it. But let's get some paint in this thing. Howdy compadres, it's another day in the shop, and today, as you saw yesterday, we've got the rear end axle or housing or whatever painted, and that's ready to go into the car now. But before it goes into the car, we need some leaf springs and some hardware and brackets and stuff for that. So right now, the brackets, they went to the blaster, we got them painted black, and got a new bolt in here, got everything greased up, we got some washers, some new nuts, zinc coated and all nice, so that shouldn't rust up. And then I am just gonna take the leaf springs, stick them up into the car, and then we're gonna, what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick them up into the car, hang them in the car, and then we're gonna slide the axle tube in. Oopsie, I meant to make a time-lapse cut. So there we go, one leaf spring is in, and these are some weird 8 stacked leaf springs, something I have laying around. I am gonna upgrade at a later point to some proper mono split autocross type dealio that I found online. I think it's Caltrax, no Calvert I think. I think Calvert Racing Suspension makes them something, I don't know. Well guys, it's time to get the rear end in, and I don't have a plan. I don't know, trying something I guess. Just going for it. And let me just put this mount on over there too. Watch out for the Corvette over here. And then the plan is I'm gonna scoot it down yonder and blow my bag out. Oh! There you go. Rear end is in, loosely, whatever. So I'm just gonna double check here. This is the plate I need on this side, right? Goes up there. The shock goes there. Yields. That's all fine and dandy. I'm probably gonna put brake lines on first before we get any further. Then I have the most room right now and I can get to this fitting and it's just easier. So luckily I still have the old brake line here. So what I'm gonna look at here is, so I believe we want to mount this here, right? The vent tube goes through there. Then we have the machine part there with the radius in. So that goes like this. Then you have left side, right side, and inlet. So, sure. So we got the long one with the big U right there that has to go over the hump. And then we got the short run. And of course we got stickers on saying that apparently this product can only give you cancer in California. It's kind of magical, isn't it? It can only give you problems in one state. As soon as you cross the state line, you're good, homie. Finally got the goddamn brake line cleaned up. Brake cleaner and just rubbing on it a lot. That kind of like dissolved the stickiness, whatever you want to call it. Sticker peeling master. If anybody want to hire me to remove some sticky stuff, then let me know. Okay, that's kind of weird, okay. So there we go guys, brake lines are in plus the union. And there you go, rear end is in, mounted and tightened. We're just gonna put the shock on, of course, but ooh, minty, right? Isn't that what I used to say when I've done something that's pretty nice or looks cool? I don't know, comment down below. So I just built one backing plate off camera, cause you know how it is with drum brakes, and this was already, some of the stuff were broken, and I think actually this backing plate right here was mounted wrong, so it had the primary shoe. It had the primary shoe up front and the secondary up front. By the way, this is actually the side for the right side, so don't get confused here. This one has to go over there. I just quickly test mounted it and just wanted to see how things lined up and stuff. And the whole backing plate grind down and painted. By the way, that took some time, man. The backing plate, because there's so many weird shapes. And you can see over here, this is the next backing plate. Got it all grinded down. Also, I'm probably grinding it too much down, if you know what I mean. I like aiming for perfection, even though I probably shouldn't, but that's just how it goes with these builds sometimes. Also, fam, if you guys want a very cheap disc brake swap kit right here, you just mount this right there. Boom. That goes in between the wheel and your hub, and then when you look for your wheel, it looks like you have disc brakes. Man. The last thing you guys saw, we were doing drum brakes, so now I got complete drum brakes assemblies ready. Sadly, I need gaskets for the axle flange. Apparently I didn't order them or something, I don't know. Here they are, both sides, complete units with everything new in there. So that's real nice, and the whole backing plate on the outside is painted and stuff, ready for the rear end. Now I totally cleaned up the shop, and I got the Corvette away, as you can see, it's over there. And we got the whole driveline sitting over here, transmission and all that. And hopefully next week or so when we get the last parts, we can actually put this whole driveline together, if you will. And put the transmission on, the cross member on, the transmission cross member, maybe even torsion bars. All we can get on this assembly right here, the better. Because then we can do it out of the car, which is easier, and then slide it on the car. Now my plan with all this space is because we don't have the best shop floor here or whatever. Plus also the roadrunner's front is all the way on the end of this like lip over here. I don't know if you can see that. Plus the concrete under the engine bay, exactly under the engine bay of course, is kind of destroyed and ruined. So my plan is, now that the rear end is in, and we know we can deadlift the front, right? I'm gonna sit it down on the wheels in the back, and then I don't know, 2 guys or whatever, we're gonna deadlift it up in the front, and then we're gonna scoot it over. So the rear end is gonna stay where it is, and the front end of the car is pretty much gonna be where the transmission is right now, I guess. So that's the plan at least. Interior wise, as you guys know, I'm not really gonna do any interior this summer or whatever. That's probably gonna be a winter project. Then I'm gonna do floor pans, the little rust spot down there in front of the rear wheel, the little rust spot that we found in the trunk pan over there. And then I'm probably gonna get to order stuff like carpet and a new dash pad, maybe, stuff like that. But for now, we're literally just gonna run 2 bucket seats, rear seats, seat belts, the dash, and of course everything to control the car, if you will. And that's probably it. Maybe like door panels, but no headliner, no package tray, no panels in the rear, no carpet. It's gonna be kind of raw race car style. Also, door handle, I don't know. It's not on the priority list. You don't need a door handle to drive a car. Plus Dukes of Hazzard inside the window.